So I just watched Fantastic Four First Steps, directed by Matt Shakman and written by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer, and Cat Wood. So in terms of my history with this particular franchise, I don't have much with the Fantastic Four. I am aware of the other Fantastic Four movies and their many faults, and I know enough about the comics to know who they are, and their main villain is Doctor Doom and Galactus as well. And so when it came to this film, I was mostly interested in it because of the 1950s throwback futuristic setting it sets up for this alternate version of Earth. And I thought, well, that could lead to something interesting. Maybe I'll check it out when it comes on digital. And so now that I have seen it, it is not fantastic, but it is definitely good. I definitely enjoyed it. Easily the best part of this movie is the Fantastic Four themselves, which that's definitely something important to get down. I like the subtle way they portray Reed as being on the spectrum. I think Reed and Sue's relationship is well executed, and they have some interesting conflicts in this. Ben and Johnny's bickering was definitely entertaining, and they all overall function well as this unconventional family, which is definitely the main thing the previous films have been missing. I'm glad they didn't feel the need to make this film another origin story, since, let's be real, most people watching this likely already know it. And then another obvious highlight is the production design. Everything in this looks like it's from a future that's still set in the 1950s, and yeah, it all looks great. A lot of the props, the sets, they all look fantastic. I couldn't think of a better word, I'm sorry. The film admittedly does look a little drab when they go into space in the second act, but it still doesn't look bad, and there are cool aspects of that part too, like the interior of the ship and the lava parts of Galactus's ship, and they definitely do some cool things with that. All of the performances are good, with Pedro Pascal being a particular highlight as Reed Richards. I honestly was he was so good, I don't even mind that it's not John Krasinski. Admitted, I would actually be interested in seeing more dramatic aspects of Ebon Moss Bachrach's performance in future installments, because I definitely think he could knock it out of the park, and here they more focused on his comedic aspects, which he definitely did good, but I would like to see some more dramatic stuff done with the thing in future installments. The comedy is consistently funny, particularly the banter between Johnny and Ben. The music by Michael Giacchino is excellent. It does a great job at sounding epic and retro, like something you could conceivably hear in a film set in this time period, like if it were made back then. The effects are hit and miss. There are definitely a lot of good effects here. Like I said, the production design is great, and anytime they have to make a set digitally, it still looks good. Galactus looks excellent. I definitely thought they did a great job with him here. Um, I will say things like whenever Reed stretches, it looks a little bit off, particularly when it's done in a long shot. But honestly, I'm not sure how well something like that could really be executed in live action, so I kind of give it a little bit of a pass. The action in this was good. There aren't any particular action sequences that kind of stand out, admittedly, but it was still all well done, and I definitely got excited every time one started. Um, if there are any complaints that I have with the film, the Silver Surfer isn't done particularly well here. She's not done bad. It's just they don't do a lot interesting with her. It just kind of feels like a slightly better version of the Silver Surfer's arc from the 2000s films. Nothing really special, and I wish they had done something a bit more unique here. And Galactus's reason for wanting Benjamin is somewhat interesting without going into spoilers. When he says why he wants Benjamin, it's like, okay, that could be interesting to discuss, but it's not really explored beyond just stating the reason once. And I mean, you remember villains of the MCU like Thanos. When Thanos talks about why he's doing what he's doing, you get sucked into it, and you even start to kind of understand why he's doing it. Just you obviously don't side with him, but you get why he's doing it. And Galactus, they could have done something like that, but they don't really. He just says why he wants Benjamin once, and then they never really discuss it again, which is kind of a missed opportunity if you ask me. And there are some aspects of the film that don't make a ton of sense, like the kind of stuff you usually see in some superhero movies, like the Silver Surfer escapes from a trap in the middle of the film a bit too easily. Like they treated it like, oh, she's gonna be trapped in there for a long time, but she's out of there like a scene later. And the timing of the team's plan at the end could have been handled a bit better. Like if a few things had changed, I feel like they wouldn't have all these complications that they have as a result. But so overall, I would say this is not the best MCU film, but it is definitely the best Fantastic Four film. And I would say this is definitely something that MCU fans will enjoy. So go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. And I'm going to give Fantastic Four First Steps a B. And this is definitely a film where I'm excited to see what a sequel would look like. I'd definitely be interested in seeing another installment in this series. So those are my thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps. If you've seen the film, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more reviews like this in the future. And on that note, I will see you next time. Have a great day.